or that flame begins to move, that I can't look up and watch it move on and can't get my tent stakes up fast enough and throw my pots in the bag and get on down the road with it. You think when they were camped, you think they had much notice? All of a sudden they looked up and they said, oh my God, God's moving. Look, He's on the move. They grab those kids, throw that stuff in the bag and bang down the road they went. Some stayed right where they were. They camped. It was too much work in a moment's notice to yank and go.
Off to Georgia.
Change is upon us. Your life is going to change. My life is changing dramatically right now. Everything about it. Change will perpetrate growth. If you really want to achieve what you say you want to achieve, and you're the availability of God in this earth, I guarantee you, change is upon us, especially from now till 2012. We're at the close of the age. There's some things got to be settled. There's some things has to be recognized. Now, will life go on after 2012? Yeah. It sure will. It's going to go right on planet Earth. But I guarantee you there's a new earth forming. And I guarantee you there's a new heaven forming. And I guarantee you, you get to create it. And so the choice is yours. You can either settle your issues, set your bags down. You may not need those pots and pans anymore. See, a lot of that stuff we drug along with us, we just carried it for nothing. We didn't even need it. See, you can let a lot of that stuff go. You don't necessarily have to carry that baggage or carry it with you. So I'm finding every concept, every precept, every thought. And it's not just enough to say it. The work has to be done within you. That's what makes it different. I like what I feel when He gets through with me. I like the nature change that He makes in me. I like how He's cleaned my life up. I like the tenderness and the compassion that I feel for another human being because I've got that connection. I like the unblocking of my genetics, my traits, my tendencies that was passed on to me from generation to generation. They talk about Generation X. See, when you've got this X, there's a vortex of energy they'll tell you about in genetics, and there's a bliss juice that flows up out of your genes, up and down both ways. When you get a kink in your shoulder or you get something bothering you, that rotates and becomes a cross. It's a blockage. We need to rotate back to our creative position and be freed up. You did run, and you did run well. What's hindered you? Probably you. Probably our own selves, our own fears, our own insecurities. So how does the body fix this? By loving one another, by taking time for one another. I need you. And guess what? You need me. And when we get comfortable, when we can truly enter into one another's space, that person that's sitting next to you, I want you to feel them. Open up. I want you to go into their space. Can I come and stand beside you? Can I walk up to you and be comfortable with you? Hallelujah. No jealousies. No more division. No more thrusting or breaking rank. Finally, God, all in all, that there's no more hurt in all my holy mountain. Have you been with Him to have this work done in you? Are you complete? Are you whole? Is there any lacking in you? I'm here to tell you, He's not done with me yet. People still push my buttons.
Mine too.
What did he say about that? He said, the God of this world comes, but he's to what? Find no place in you. Does anybody have that testimony here today?
Good moments.
When my divinity is fully activated and I'm flowing in that I am, I've had people challenge, spit in my face. It didn't mean a thing to me. It was like water on a duck's back. Catch me not in that spot and oh my God. Hello?
Go ahead and own it for
And
us.
how do you feel after that? Don't you feel like a yellow-bellied dog? God, I thought I had more of you in me than that. Did you ever think you got rid of something? Boy, I got the victory over this. I've conquered this. I know I did. And the moment it came back into your space and you said, God, I thought I dealt with that. I was gardening one night, getting ready to go to preaching meetings on Wednesday night. I was digging in the dirt, got dirt all under my fingernails, and jumped in the shower. It was dug to, I had to get rushed to church. Watching the mud roll down the sink, down the bathtub. And all of a sudden I had this feeling in my heart. And I was like, and I was like, boom. And I was like, oh, God, just think if I could go in there and wash my heart. Wouldn't that be great if you could go in and wash your heart? Then David cried this. He said, Lord, be the doorkeeper of my heart and my mouth. So I went to church and said to the pastor that night, I told him that experience, and I said, man, I couldn't get in there. I couldn't wash my own heart. He said, you're not supposed to. That's what the body's for. The body washes there's a new peoplehood. This is how interconnected we are. We are one another's perfection. You are my perfection. And if I hide from you, and if I hide me from you, you'll never know how to really help me. If I don't let you see me as I am, if I'm not honest with you, lovers have to be honest with one another, and they have to know that the love commitment is going to be there, or they'll never open the soul for true union. I'm looking for my lover. I'm looking for that one. It's not hiding. And the only way I can find that one is that I don't hide myself from you.
There you go. There's the only one you cannot not hide.
This is kind of a strange sermon this afternoon. But this is where I'm at. This is what's in me. This is my life's blood being given to you this afternoon. Because I think until we find connection and we find people that are walking in this flow and create this new earth, we'll repeat the pattern over and over and over and over again. And it's been done for many hundreds of thousands of years. So, I took my fig leaf off today. I've made a decision. I'm going to find out what that split root in 3D is all about. So in 3 weeks, I go into surgery for it. They're going to go up in there and see what's really going on. To be continued.